Let's go in front of the entire Indian Army sitting with us. It's an honor, it's a fortune to see all of you together and you're beautiful, camaraderie with each other. It was lovely. A warm welcome to all respected dignitaries. And yes, probably we choose the best opening batsman for every day. Today we have none other than our dear and respected Honorable VC Ma'am, Lieutenant General Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar Ma'am, Parama Vishishta Seva Medal, Ati Vishishta Seva Medal, Vishishta Seva Medal, only the third woman in Indian Armed Forces to be promoted to a 3-star rank. You will have to clap for every sentence. Yes, and I'm giving you time for that.
Hey, now, we are running out of time.
Yes, I had told them 0900 hours, and yes, it is 0900 hours. Former Deputy Chief Integrated Defense Staff Medical, Pediatric Nephrologist, former Dean. So I'm just removing one cap and putting one. So these are all the hats adorned by our Honorable VC Ma'am, and as I said yesterday, excellent pioneer in all hats. So when we look at the title of today's session, Champions of Change, she is the one who practices before she preaches. Adi kela, mag sangitla. So today you will realize that she will be demonstrating what has happened here and what is your take-home message. So there have been excellent reforms in our campus. Some are visible. For those who are not aware of some, I would just take a quick thing, be it clean, green, sustainable, no plastic campus.
Don't steal my thunder. I'm going to show that.
Okay, without getting it delayed, I would invite Honorable VC Ma'am for her address. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, is this audible? I continue to have my laryngitis, but then you change every challenge to an opportunity. So I take this as my lovely husky voice. You all will have to tolerate it. When you say change, what are the problems which come to your mind? Gaurav, can you write some of the changes? You know, you want to change. You want to move from something. You want your comfort zone, you're taking out. So what all are the thoughts that come to your mind? Quick.
Mental barrier.
Mental barrier. Okay.
Resistance.
Resistance. Yeah, because you don't want this thing. Anything else?
Starting new.
Yeah, it's just starting a new thing. So,
Fear of
again, how many good things are there about it? How many bad things?
Funding.
Funding. Yeah, when you need change, you need a lot of money. Correct.
Fear of
Inertia. Dhakka start. Absolutely.
fear of
Absolutely. I mean, all of us who wants, as we become seniors, we are all leaders now. You all are sort of continuing on that. You have already put in so many years in your academic. So at that time, the fear of failure is a huge, in our own thing, can I do it? With your age increasing and your experience increasing, you want to keep being on the winning side and not get things wrong. So that fear is always there in our thing. How many have read Who Moved My Cheese? Spencer Johnson. Yeah, for those who haven't, you all can continue reading. So I think let's start with Abdul Kalam, who says, learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. So all of you in this, especially, you all have all come for this course because you believe in learning, you believe that that is what's going to make you great. But we have to just change our thought perception to accept change as we go along. Sorry, other way. Yeah, so my acknowledgements right in the beginning that this is a reflection of the hard work of #MUHS Parivar. Since yesterday we've been working on teams, and honestly, that's why I stopped her. Because you glorify one person, that's not the way. When you're a leader, the achievements is when you can take a team along. And I think what we've achieved, if I put down in one word, is that 600 people who are working here are now part of a team. And we feel very proud. Yesterday you saw we were all in our jackets and we all wear them for any event. And we feel proud to be #MUHS Parivar, and that's the thing. So therefore it's a collective competence. So let's not be under any wrong misconception that individual brilliance and that I'm going to be a great leader, I'm going to do it all. No. It's only when you can take a team along. So what are the changes? I thought we'll put it across metamorphosis, because that's how we change. So how we went about it, and I thought 4P way. You start with what are the problems, you look at the place, the people are most important. And that is what the armed forces teaches us. That you can't do without people. They're looking after. I mean, there's no, because my colleagues are here, if you've gone anywhere, you'll first say, tell the driver, "Kyun khana khaya ki nahi? Where are your stay places?" Which we inculcate, and I think that is very important. And then the process, a little bit of reflection, innovations that we tried as a team, and then what are the future plans. Those I think are the most important, because you, girls and boys, Indigo style, are the future. So you have to dream before your dreams come true. Abdul Kalam is, I mean, I really hold him in high esteem, had the opportunity to meet him, and feel very honored I share a birthday with him. Vision without action is just a dream. Action without vision is everyday task. We're all doing it. We're doing our jobs. We're just doing our tasks. There's no vision there. But it's only vision with action that can change the world. So let's start with changing our department, changing our college, changing our institution, changing our community, changing our students. They are the future. So let's start with that. So what we did was, the story began with 31st October I retired, came here on 1st November. Huge cultural shock. Huge, because I was deputy chief with the CDS. You know, the late General Bipin Rawat had handled the COVID crisis, was on TV doing all that, and it come to a place where, firstly, even the OSD was not there for the VC. COVID the offices had been shut. The whole place was a jungle, an overgrown thing, and it took me 1 month to get my rubber stamp and letterhead made. Because everyone told me ki, "Kya aisa hot nahi?" Tippani. I started learning, and I'm a Maharashtrian, but 40 years of military and 30 years before that of being a railway girl, traveled India and abroad, I really didn't know the Shasakiya Marathi, and everything was there. So my first thing was Google Translator, and I said no. If I have to live with them, I have to be part of them. So I think the first impression will be, she can't understand anything. So I started with Marathi papers, Marathi this, and reading every tippani full. Now I can finish them 50 in an hour, no problem. So that is, so if you do not change, you can become extinct, is a thought which this says. So I had to change. I didn't want to become extinct and irrelevant. So what we started was finding out the problems. And I didn't say that everything is wrong with her. I took the team stakeholders, all the deputy registrars, all the assistant registrars. Some of them are here, Avre is here. We sat in meetings saying, you tell me what is wrong. I'm not going to come and find fault. How do you see yourself? What do you want to do? We find a way to do it. And that's how was born the vision document. 2 months of doing that. And the vision document was on our website, having given a copy to the governor and one to the Minister of Medical Education. And it was not a coffee table book. It was where every department decided what they wanted to do, how was it over the 4 years, what are the gaps, a SWOT analysis. We heard about it yesterday. So it's there still on our website. You can look at it, because now it's been accepted as an institutional development plan by IGOT, so Capacity Building Commission. Because that's the way to plan out. So we put all of them together, and then we put short-term goals, intermediate, long-term, and my tenure was 4 years. So I said, okay, after that will be a wish list, but it's so heartening. And I mean, again on my team who supported and worked overtime, we finished everything of 4 years in 3 years. I think that is really the strength. Because everyone worked and everyone saw the goalpost. So every department, Madam, तुमच्या आपल्या vision document, आधी they say तुमच्या, मी म्हटलं तुमच्या नाही, आपल्या. So then when they said, as per our vision document, next we have to do this. So they learned the art of planning and putting things in place. So we put that, it's there on the website, and this is how we achieved. So when I talk of metamorphosis, what are the stages? Metamorphosis, we know butterfly is metamorphosis, it's there. egg, lava, pupa, butterfly. So if you want to come out as a butterfly, we have to do all those. So this is how we did timelines. And gap analysis from the time one came, I had to read all the GRs, Act, rules, regulations, because anything, why I'm sharing is, you're all going to take on things by learning first. Unless we learn, we cannot. And the vision document was prepared, and this I must share with you. Though my team really helped me, I went back to peer review. I called all, requested all ex-vice chancellors, leaders in the field like Shigare sir, who was VMER, and I made a present, Avinash Supe. I said, this is, am I being ambitious? So let's be realistic also. So otherwise, you go overboard. And they said, you can do it. So I said, okay, now we're going to get into it. And some suggestions, we amended it before putting it up. And then we prioritize, because you always have a wish list, but we need to prioritize. And then what deliverables were identified, timelines and Gantt charts prepared, because you have to do things in a time-bound manner. So now when I, very nicely with Ashlesha, yesterday we were talking on our table, I was shared, and they said, ki, Kazuo, the fireflies, there's a season and you must go and see it. So Ashlesha gave a 3-pointer by saying, we don't need to go anywhere. Every Tuesday afternoon 2:30, din mein hame tare nazar aate hain. So they're all my, because that's how we go. Ruthless. Ruthless is the word. I mean, and they tolerate it because it's, look, we got to do it. It's like publish or pay. So we all just go about it in a thing. And then we do the PDSA cycle of any initiative of change. Go back to the drawing board to see how we need to. So this is how we started, and I had to start with the place. If my end point was academics and research, there was, out of the 600 people on this campus, there were hardly 4 or 5 who were from the health background. The VC, Pro VC had not yet joined, because I had to select the registrar and the COE. And we had a couple of them like Avre. Otherwise, everyone else from a non-health background. So it was basically affiliating where there was just paperwork. That's not the heart or soul of the university. But to convince them and take on board, they have to see something which is part of them. So we started with infrastructure. And how did we do? This is a picture of, for those who saw the house yesterday, this was how, when I reached here and, no one climbed up because the jungle was there, no VC had lived on campus. And I said, this is what I want to live. And the registrar said, ma'am, bibtya saap etat, and it's a jungle. So I said, Wagi Nitya's right. Sher nahi aayegi, tabhi ye jayega. So I have to, because Forge teaches you boots on the ground. If you don't get down kichad mein, you will never be able to do things. So I moved into, and today the house is like this. So it was, and my husband sitting here, we went about it as a team. He really spent, and your whole campus, you'll have been walking around. We walk around in the morning, but with daily wage workers standing and getting it done, it's amazing what he's done. Then we renovated all the bungalows, and for the next VC, I've already renovated the actual VC bungalow, and it's state of the art now. So this was, everyone talks of mission life. What is mission life? Anyone? It's a national mission. Let's see, how we remain away from what is happening in the country and what. It's not enough for Modi ji to announce na Viksit Bharat. What is mission life? Life is lifestyle for environment. That is this thing, you can Google it. So we started by doing that. Let's bring it on the campus. Cleanliness drive, where every Saturday, Sunday, first few months, we would do Shramadhan. We see down everyone, daily wage workers, cutting grass, removing the stuff. And if you see, we even had students for the tree. That bare hillside that you see as a 5 senses garden, that was overridden as a jungle. But everyone worked, and this is how, there's a board which shows over time how we developed this whole campus of 58 acres. So that is the true this thing. And now this is the, I won't read it, but it's all happening, and it's plastic book, and no one dirties it. Even students who come here get the message. There's no point telling theoretical lectures. So this is the sensory garden, Samvedna Path. So I'm sure by now you all have all walked around. If you're not, you still have a day or two. And this was the stone quarry, what you see as the lake. We had to take JCBs, clean it out, clean up all the deserts. This is how it first, when the water started flowing away, Mashettara, because there was not so much money. So the other thing was do reuse, reduce, recycle. So we've used everything that we found on campus with minimal wastage. Because money can buy anything, but ideas and people working, you feel a sense of belonging. And in rains, this is how that same lake now looks. So this is how, and if you see the building, it was the same, the usual, what I'm saying is, who's going to come and change your hospitals and colleges where you all work? Do you all ever look around and say, let's start by, let us. So then always there will be followers, there will be money, there will be this. Get on with your, your bureaucrats. They will help, but we don't go initiative. We never go ahead. I'm telling you, I get full support because first we work and then we go and say we need this, we need that. You get everything. So I think this is important, and this is how, like whether it's a conference hall, tomorrow you're all going to walk around. And you know what it started with, the repairs? The toilets. They're always the worst. 32 toilets for the first, and now every toilet is like you have in a mall. So this is how we brought about change in a very simple manner. And this is in 2.5 years, look at the thing, we finished TTI building, we are making the full parking for this thing, jogging track around the perimeter with solar lights, bollards around the lake, regional center of Mumbai is ready, regional center of Aurangabad is ready. This is an old bungalow we took in Pune, and it has the state-of-the-art gene health lab, keeping the facade the same. So this is just a small number of things that have been a representation. And this is at night what you all see, the bollards which are going on, and this, every part of this has been created, and this just in 2 years. So it's not only about money, it's about a team working together, and there are different, Dr. Fugare, who's academics, every person took on additional roles. So I've made a canteen committee, a guest house committee. It used to be all ramshackle, just showed the way. But everyone is now working on this. So why did they work? Because the people were important. It started with putting up toilets and this for the security people, ensuring for the people with special needs that ramps were repaired, everything was provided. It started, I must narrate a small thing. I was getting frustrated, and one day this was in the month of, one of those rains, I think December, Jan, it was pouring, suddenly it started thunderstorm. And I was looking out of my window and feeling, oh my God, how will people, it was afternoon time. Suddenly an idea struck me, I called the canteen, I said, किती लवकर 500 कप चहा बनवा. So he said, आणि म्हटलं सगळ्यांच्या टेबलवर एक कप चहा नेऊन ठेवा. So he started जसं बनायला लागलं. And I said, tell them, कुलगुरु का कप आया है. So it was a fun thing. And then I stood there down at the exit at the range and got buses arranged. I said, it's pouring too much. All on two-wheelers, at least in the city, please use buses. So that suddenly changed the whole equation I had with the people, that I care. It cannot come unless you care for your people. So then coffee machines, giving them, these things, RFD cards. Today all of them have health camps. Every year, annual blood checks. There are so many, you can talk to anyone who माझी sugar आली, माझं BP आलं, मी आता check करतोय. So they're all available, having this on campus. We started 5-day celebrations, department-wise, Vanabhojans, just to interact, because otherwise I wouldn't come to know the grassroots workers. And training. So every class A, class B, C, D, everyone underwent a cycle of training. And the last for officers, we were in Goa at Jipad. So everyone was very worried about this. I said, this is what we are going to learn, and we will go out and train and see these are, and even at Goa, the chief, everyone was, we've never seen a set of such officers. They were all assistant registrars and deputy registrars from MUHS who went there and had a training session. So what it was important was a sense of belonging, and pride started coming. That is how a place changes when the people change. And that is how we start this MUHS star performers, every monthly meeting. So there's a lot of bullshitting which goes on every month, and all my people will laugh and smile about it, because they all tell me ki 5th of the month we are all petrified कि आता Jallianwala Bagh tragedy shuru hona. So we sit in the hall and we thrash out why things were not done, and they will be done. But at the same time, when you enter the office, every person working, how many years he works, it's there on the TV. The student Kendra Bindu, but there was no cell. So now we have a system for student attendance. This is how we were cleaning. You see how everyone joins in, and that is how the ownership came in. So only then did we start with the P4, that is the processes. Had we not done that, we wouldn't have been able to change processes. You have to, if you dress well, you feel comfortable. You have a nice office to sit, you feel good about it. So it's important to go about in a very stepwise manner. And that's how we started multidisciplinary. And in that, the thought was multidisciplinary because we have to align ourselves with national needs. It's not just about teaching a bunch of students. So if you have to have a multidisciplinary approach, I chose to have a Pro VC who's from Ayurveda, and he's brought so much richness to the way we think. All our research, we sit and actually brainstorm. Everyone needs to do that. The welfare officer is from homeopathy, my Drishti is Ayurveda, the IMETT has physiotherapy, the URD is dental. I mean, we are all equal, and we respect each other for what we can do. I think that was, so these are some of the things that we did. And I think the feather was within 6 months we started a postgraduate institute, because a university without its college and no academics is hardly something. So it was very important. So we used the civil hospital, started, and today we have 75, 2 have to still join. 75 have joined, MDMS, and Gopal Shinde, there are some other faculties from there. It's become a very good place of training with huge clinicals. So we have MDMS here, and this, now we got the GR, will be under our university all the time. Now we heard some of these acronyms, you will be tomorrow be walking around. So Drishti, in fact we designed this Pro VC and we sat down and said, Drishti is vision, but it starts with our ancient culture, Ayurveda, and then the Shweta is there, and then we have the old ancient knowledge, and then you see the hands which have the Rudraksh, but the step, the modern medicine coming in. But it's only when all that we can support the earth, the world, and that is the university at the center with that idea, and that is vision of university, and that's why it's Drishti. So this is a model which has been created and put there, and we heard yesterday. We have online Ayush clinical meetings which Dr. Gangadhar came and said, please put this for everyone to attend, because already Gitanjali is not here, but she's already more than 20,000. Oh, Gitanjali is here, sorry. So all my faculty, each one is a success story. Each one of them, it's not mine. They come up with ideas, I facilitate. So leader's job is that. Today she's got grants from Ayush for another project, 38 lakh. Each one is doing their bit and we are facilitating. So this is their Prakriti, you must see it's a state-of-the-art, with Anushri there, running an amazing Prakriti center which is training come research. And this is the first health university to have an incubator. And he's there, Bharti is there? No. So the manager, CEO are both joined in, and we've already put in a 3D printing facility there, started workshops, and our first cohort has 20 incubators who have registered. We've started it. So this is in 6 months, and we got the funding from MSI. So I mean, so you have to think out of the box, what does the country and how am I going to be part of it? This is the genetics, and just in 1 year, look at this is because I said university and government colleges have to be the backbone of giving the best for the have-nots. Haves, so sab kuch milta hai. We take pleasure for the have-nots. And you all heard Aarti Kanitkar yesterday, how we work together, and look at the cost. Thalassemia, 5,000, we are taking it at 150. So this is the rates we are giving. BRCA1, BRCA2, imagine for an EGFR mutations with 10,000, 14,000, we're doing it for 500, so that the poor also get absolutely targeted therapy and their facilities. So this is our lab with a difference, because the silos that have come in, patient care, medical education, research is in silos. Best of medical education and best of colleges are not related to what the country needs. Research is in the DBT, ICMR labs. They have no connection with clinicians. And public health is the primary health, secondary health. They don't even, there's no, because even the ministries are separate. But we can make we'll start bridging those gaps. So I think this is important. Look at the boxes yesterday. I mean, I didn't know, but we felt happy that in the university we've actually implemented. We have all these chair professors and plan to have many more. These are people who've retired and have so much to give. Jayanti Shastri in infectious diseases has got, I mean, already a crore plus funding ICMR in this because they are mentoring our colleges to take. Each one of them, whether it's Payal Bansal, who's the pillar of the entire IMETT, the whole department she nurtures. So we all are here to give back in various ways. Anuradha's in cancer research, Chaudhary in tribal, and each one has given output within a year. So that is how we've hit the right. Look at the research department. It used to, I used to look after and I used to keep telling, "Arey, kadi paise milna lokana," na? So we used to get after. But now we've already dispersed and we've implemented all travel grants. So you all should know that this is now available with the university. We are assisting postgraduates to run MARTCON. Last year was in Bombay, this year is in Nagpur. Sangam is an acronym for a synergy of academia networking with government, allied health and medical professionals. And guess who's in it? IIT Mumbai GIS department, the Chief Secretary Sujata Saunik and MUHS. And we do these conferences for bringing governance and this together. We've done Jigyasa, which was an international thing for Ayurveda. FIST was the first international symposium on tribal health with 1,500 people, state-of-the-art conference held in Nagpur. So this is how, I mean, we will speak more in detail, time is up, but we've done a lot with research in various fields. Holistic development, we've started an innovative thing called Kulaguru Katta, where I go from region to region and students just come in boards and ask what they want and the entire, so we say Vidyapit Apल्या Dari. All officers go and sit there and answer problems, and we are publishing now the changes we brought in our policies, taking feedback from students. We have to listen to students if we want to bring a difference. And this is our LMS, which has been launched, and we are the first state health university to go across to all colleges, 35% with EBSCO, university is paying 65%. Every student will have on their mobile phones access to all journals, textbooks and bedside clinical tools. So this is something we've done. We have the foundation course in digital health. Now the next one for nurses is coming up. We have a degree plus program, and as I speak, Ashlesha is here. In the last 4 months, we have 10,000 undergrads who logged into these courses, and for the foundation course, it was appreciated. It's on IGOT platform through the Capacity Commission, and till in 2 months, we have 28,000 doctors who are doing the Digital Health Foundation course. So that is the impact that we've been able to create. Examination department, Kadu is not here, but it's phenomenal the kind of transformation. We have blueprinted all the curricula. We've got the copyrights on it. All commissions have been given. Now we are advising every commission on issues like this. And the IMETT takes the center and they all work together. The examination system this year, we are able to declare results in 7 days after the exams are done, because everything is now digitized. This is how time to results. MDS results declared in 1 day, MDMS in 3 days. I mean, this is how, because all the faculty has pitched in. There was huge resistance. I mean, the first time I started doing it, even our own medical education secretary rang up and said, stop it immediately. And I had the thing to say, this is the future and this is what university will do. And we continued, and today now it's governor also gave a big clap to us. And we have, all degrees are uploaded. So what, if I reflect, I think what the Forge taught me, and which I'm sharing and inculcating in everyone, is the 3 Ds: a discipline, a determination and a dedication beyond yourself. And needs 3 T's, which is build and motivate a team, show them the goalpost. Targets should be clear, because you are going to be future leaders, and triumph each small success. It can't be I'm going to wait to party till the end. Work hard and party harder. That's the spirit we all believe. At every little thing, we take time to celebrate and then come back with a bang to, take the next thing ahead. So this is how there's a huge team of mine sitting here, but I think everyone is. This COVID showed that soldiers, Modi ji said that the doctors are the soldiers. So I think everyone in this hall has 3 hats. You're a soldier, a doctor and a teacher, and these are the values. So as teachers, I think unless we think of the nation, of our state, kab tak hum sirf me and myself and my little department, my little sochenge, can we look at the bigger picture to bring about a change? I think this is what's most important. But another thing that I'll say is, and I follow, is rule with your head. No shortcomings, no goody-goodiness, but lead with your heart. If your heart is in it, everyone works with you as a team. So the quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you find new cheese. So it was time to move on and leave my army behind. And this was the journey, which was, I think, my biggest question, what next? And should I? Even the governor told me, Madam, aap lena chahengi, bahut sirdard hai. And I just said, sirdard main leti nahi hu, deti hu. So that's how I came in. And I'm so grateful to Madam Fadke, to some of the people who told me, please apply, because I knew nothing about it. But I was willing to take up a challenge and try and do my bit to bring about a difference. So I think this is our evolution, from a truant monkey. By the time you become Vice Chancellor, you're bent again, but this time with wisdom. So because you have so much more to learn, and I'm continuing to learn in this journey. But when you move beyond your fear, you feel free and plan for the future. That's the stage probably I've reached, and that is where Chakra comes in. We have got the GR, hopefully by the first, because it was in the 100th day by the Chief Minister, and he's given us full this thing. Asian Development Bank has given us an 80 crore funding. This is what we are setting up, and we are ready to hit the ground running. It's a Center for Applied Health Knowledge and Research Autonomy. So it will have a complete Section 8 company under the MUHS. That will be the special purpose vehicle, and the government has given us sanctions. So you all will need to take this forward in this way, because we plan to have it in a hub and spoke. That's why Chakra. Chakra is on our flag. Chakra is a hub and spoke. Chakra is the acronym, and Chakra will be how each college, I'll encourage you all, what are your strengths? I don't know. I knew Aarti pediatrics, so I said, let's start. So that is doing. We've asked Grand Medical to make the data center, and I'm trying to push the government to get HMIS, because that's going to be our strength. Nagpur already has the Tribal Research Center. So these are all, and dentistry we're having in Mumbai at the Airoli complex. So this is something which is going to come. And look what we've already done even before the formal launch. We already, Faculty Development Academy, we've made 4 level courses for faculty. BCME was only the level 1. Level 2 will be little advanced research. Level 3 is for mid-level leaders, and level 4 is for deans. Because unless we learn the tools, we're not going to reach there. So this is how we will. We've already, you see, though these were the targets when we wrote up, we've already achieved them even before we've got the funding. Because buildings will keep getting built. What we need to is fill up the material. So that is how we've created all this. And the piece the art is going to be our health museum on wellness, which the National Center for Science Museums team is here. It's a 25 crore project. I don't know where the money is going to come from, but we've started work. Because when you have a good idea and you bash on regardless, paisa aata rehta hai. That is the motto which is there. So that is sort of thank you, and I think you'll need a cup of tea. You all must have seen the Jindal's Flag Foundation flag. We just got it from the Jindal flag, and I think at the end of it, everything happens over a cup of tea. Anything can happen, which is a transparency in your work, empowerment, and accountability. So that is how we achieve success. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.